right. Okay. So, a little bookkeeping before we get started, everyone. How does everyone want to do rolling? You guys can roll in D&D Beyond, or if you just want to roll physical dice, I'm cool with that too.
Physical, real person,
Physical.
hard touch dice.
Physical in person dice. I love
like
it.
to
Okay.
get
D&D Beyond because it's got the sound effects.
Do you know what else has sound effects, Bob? Real physical
Digitally.
dice.
We might not. It might not pick up on the microphone. Is probably what he's thinking.
Don't
Didn't
hear
hear
that.
No.
Okay.
I don't be on D&D Beyond for this game, but I would roll physical dice when we film.
Okay.
Just-
Cool. Cool.
I don't have dice with me right now. So.
That's fair. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have dice in Montana. Or wherever you are with that cute dog.
The dog? I'm out
The
of town.
cutie dog.
but-
Are you out of town right now?
Yeah.
Where you
Up
at?
in the mountains.
Did someone say cute
Like in
dog?
in
Who's
the
that dog? Who's
No,
that
no,
dog?
no,
Who's that
I
dog?
mean,
Who's that
May is
dog?
in
Who's that dog?
Yes,
Justice.
Far Western North Carolina.
And Polo. Who's that boy?
May's in Bossing
Okay.
Say getting slizzed.
Who's that boy?
Kaylee's in the mountains. Josh is in another dimension. And then me and David are in our living rooms.
That's very fair. Yes.
Bob's in space.
I'm in my mind there. I'm somewhere where there's beautiful mountains. I actually am in a place where there's beautiful mountains, but the ones
This is
behind
actually the mountaintop where the necromancer was defeated by Danny.
Is
and
that what
Brian
that is? Okay.
on the Mystic
Nice.
Adventure? So
Okay.
the necromancer's dead, but the mountain remains, and
Yeah.
it does look pretty beautiful.
The necromancer
pretty
was
wonderful
Markiplier?
Was it Markiplier?
Yes, it
In the
was
music video?
Markiplier.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
absolutely
geez.
right.
Okay.
Markiplier died right up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he doesn't make millions of dollars a month anymore.
And outside of that mountaintop, we'll begin with Mercy Crane. Mercy, you have been in these vermilion swamps outside of New Orleans for hours. You can feel the waters high against your boots. And as you look out, the gray darkness stark against a low light that hugs the waters in the faraway distance. You don't know why this place is called the Vermilion Bayou. It's just been called that for as long as you can remember. And in the back of your mind, you know that as you're hunting, something else is hunting you. I don't appreciate this stalking about that we're doing. We need to find this creature quickly so that we can return to the city. You can hear Boris, like, their words move across the back of your mind, like nails across the back of your neck.
What do you think I'm doing?
You need to move faster, Crane. You can do better than this.
Yeah, I don't need the constant reminder either.
In the shadows, as you look out, you can see a ripple, like a wisp of dark, like shoot across the tops of the water that's reflecting the moonlight. A line of silver against the gray of the waters. And then another one. And another
Right.
wisp of shadows. What does Mercy do?
I'm gonna follow them.
You take several steps towards these silver lines, and you can feel the waters of the bayou getting more. It seems like they're getting higher and higher, deeper and deeper as you're making your way forward. Soon, as you hunt, follow your instincts, they're waist deep, and then they're running against running up against like the, I guess like the space underneath your armpits. You push, but this isn't right. You know these swamps, they don't get this deep. You don't understand why, and then you're falling, and there's a rending sound. it's like you can feel the sensation of the wind cutting into you, and there's this tearing, and you're looking out, and you're moving between worlds. High above you, the lights, you can see New Orleans. And then below you, far, far below you, this ground. Well, no, I mean, you're falling, and then, I mean, this lattice work, this collection of stones and this huge netting, it rises up to meet you, and you're on steady ground. But it looks strange. Everything a moment before, awash in black and white. And there are these new things in your line of sight. Before we move forward, describe what Mercy looks like.
So Mercy is about 5'7", slender, athletic build. She is all in black and white. She has black tights and black shorts with boots that go above her knee. She's wearing a dark gray blouse with a black cowl, and she has plenty of leather belts that are around her, as well as a crossbow. She's got shoulder length, curly, dark hair, and she's afraid because this isn't something she's seen before.
And as that fear moves through, you can feel like Boris begin to growl. This place, this feels wrong. Kiki, tell me what the world that's in front of you looks like, the world that you're from.
Oh, Arcade City. Arcade City is the brightest and the shiniest and the most colorful with the most geometric patterns ever. It's like the carpet in a 1980s arcade exploded and became a giant city filled with interconnected shopping malls and shopping arcades and fountains and food. It is every like mega mall from like 1989 all smashed together into a giant city, overlaid with like a big old juicy coat of Blade Runner. Yeah, neon and shiny and colorful and bright and nice.
You
Expensive.
you line up in front of the extra arcade like smash line, and you look out and you see in front of you like a great clearance line. You and several of the folks of the same deal making variety like stand shoulder to shoulder, ready to go. You're going to be making your way to the very, very end of this smash clearance to get one of the famed ultra deluxe double widescreen vision TVs. Chad Bradiff, one of the other I guess like deal makers in the area, he's got some heavy pads on and a hockey stick. He adjusts his helmet. So, yeah, so Kiki, I hate to break it to you, but I'm gonna be totally grabbing that big screen. So you might as well just like go home.
I'm gonna like stare straight at him as I unzip my brightly colored fanny pack and pop in my mouth guard. Eat shit, Chad.
All right, whatever, Kiki. He takes his hockey stick and he kisses the end of it. That's gonna be for you in a minute.
When he does that, can I just kick it into his face?
Make me an attack roll. First roll
Okay.
of this game.
That is gonna be a 15.
15 hits.
Okay, yeah, cool.
It goes right into his face, and you see this incredible mane of blonde hair envelop the stick. He flashes backwards, goes ass over tea kettle, and hits the ground. And you see him get up. Hold me back, everyone! Hold me back. This isn't fair. You saw what she did. At
I'm
the
not even paying attention anymore. Yeah.
at the fore, you see one of the folks who's running the clearance move towards the stage. They hello everyone, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the Super Smash Cavalcade. We'll be starting this in just a moment. The thin man says. He stands behind a microphone, uh, and he begins like raising a microphone, another microphone, until he's surrounded by 50 microphones. All right, so let's go ahead and let's begin the countdown in 5, 4. Everyone moves down. 3. You see them get ready to like and line up. 2. You get your legs ready. Kiki, what's Kiki looking like when he says 2?
I think Kiki is in like an over exaggerated sprinter's pose. But Kiki is in rollerblades. So do you want me to describe what Kiki like looks like?
Yeah, let's get that.
Cool. So Kiki's about 5'4", and probably about 160, 170. So Kiki is pretty thick, broad shouldered for her height, but also just kind of thicker.
Okay.
And she looks like a Harajuku girl exploded and then got put back together wrong. She's got like short, like bleach blonde hair pulled back into like really messy pigtails, the ends of which are like dyed neon pink. With like a smattering of Cyndi Lauper makeup, but all in metallics. So there's just like metallic red lipstick that's kind of like smeared on one edge and like multicolored eyeshadow. Her fingernails are all a different color of the rainbow. She's wearing this like bright like purple and pink neon corset belted thick across the middle with this like black studded belt that kind of goes down into a skirt that is ripped up both sides, under which are super short cutoff jeans that are just kind of, like ragged and torn and thready at the edges. Over top of this corset is one of those like off the shoulder, like really like super cropped off the shoulder t-shirts that just says fuck on it, spelled F-U-K. The shirt is black and the letters are like neon yellow. She's got no socks to be seen, but a pair of really worn but really bright white leather rollerblades, at the front of which is these bright red stars on each toe, and the actual wheels are like neon green.
All right.
Oh, and she's got a ton of different colored jelly bracelets on both arms.
I love jelly bracelets. They're amazing.
Yeah. And she has elbow pads, and her elbow pads, I mean, it's, like straight like 1985 aerobics gear. Like those are the color, that's kind of the color palette. Like her fanny pack, which is off to the side, is like blue and red and yellow in a terrible combination of patterning. Like just does not look good at all and looks like it's made of plastic. And her elbow pads are like, they're white, but they have like those crazy like triangles and like half circles and like weird squares in all different colors like all over them.
She's an 80s roller derby girl. It's awesome.
Kind of. It's like if you crossed a roller derby girl with Cyndi Lauper with a Harajuku.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But again, like full of battle, man. Roller derby girls are tough.
Full of battle.
Full on tough.
And with that,
every single one I've ever known.
And with that full of battle, you hear one. What does Kiki do?
Full takeoff. Just like maximum speed, going for this flat screen bullshit.
You
hard and fast as I can.
You race, and you know that the other people in this pack, they aren't as fast as you. And as you hit the main line, you feel your skates, your blades, they give you one heck of an advantage. You move down a short ramp and you slam into a door. And as you slam into that door, the door whips open wide and there's stars on the other side of it. You feel something like move, and it's like it pulses through you, and a bit of you starts falling downward.
I feel like Kiki's motoring so fast that the momentum is just going to take her super through that door.
Yeah.
So
you shoot through that expanse and then downward.
I think there's like a second of like, huh? And then the next second is like, fuck yeah. And just, I'm going to like full dive, like not even like, just like going with it.
Love that. And you, I guess Kiki, I mean, does she get in like a straight on like diver's position or
Full on like hand, like a skydiver who's trying to go real fast, like hands back, just like a little rocket.
and you shoot to the ground below? And we're gonna come back to Kiki in just a moment. Josh, tell me about the world that Sir Lancelot is from.
Ah, Fluffington Vale. So, Fluffington Vale, where Sir Lancelot, otherwise known as Piper Longfoots, is from, is medieval fantasy. It's a branch of the Fae, filled with the denizens of such. But the area they live in Fluffington Vale, is set up kind of like Arthurian fantasy, knights, armor, kings and queens and bards of the Fae, and uh, it is where I have actually been studying to be a bard for many, many years, among other things. I've worked as a court jester, he's worked as a bard, and most recently, he's been trying to drum up a better sense of humor among his fellow Fae folk, who he believes severely lacks the humor that he himself feels, and he's just always kind of felt disconnected from them. But he's been working on a new song that he would love to try out for them.
Excellent. So, as Sir Longfoot, uh,
Please call me Piper.
as Piper remains in the Vale, you can see that there's an individual who looks like he has the head of a frog. He's got I guess like a bit of a waistcoat and a white wig on his head that's flopping about. He's racing in your direction. You recognize Master Sprague. Master Sprague, I guess, arrives you and
I say, Master Sprague, what brings you here in such a rush, my friend?
Sir Longford, I apologize, Piper. Must you insist on us utilizing such informalities, especially here at court?
Formalities for the royals. None of us care about that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you are a royal. And I feel like decorum commands that I treat you with respect as such.
Well, I appreciate that, of course, but you see how I'm dressed. I've been working on my new sonnet.
Well, a new sonnet.
A new sonnet.
Well, might I be able to hear a portion of it if you have it prepared?
It is not ready yet. I have to prepare it just right so that perhaps I can finally bring a smile to the Queen's face. My mother is so difficult to impress, as you are aware.
Yes. Well, Her Majesty is quite particular in her favor and the types of entertainments that she enjoys. But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad I run into you. There's the good lady Hoofsport. She and some of the other courtesans, they're looking for an individual to bring some levity to their tea time. And, well, you were requested specifically.
They need a serenade?
Yes.
Well, of course. I could surely put my creativity on hold and lend them my amazing presence and songs. When do they need me?
Directly. So you're available now.
Post haste.
Excellent.
Yes. Let me grab my. I got it. Let's go.
You, I guess, like the two of you race, and you're moving much faster than Master Sprague.
I slow down so he can keep up.
When your character navigates the huge checkered floor of this mansion, you see several people like pass you by. So what exactly do you look like?
Okay. Well, Piper is actually he's a dark brown Harrington, and he has a light tan stomach, which you could see a little bit. He's currently wearing blue and red striped barred pants. They're a little poofy around the hips, as barred pants are wont to be. And he's got a bright red Shakespearean-styled cap with a feather in it, cocked sideways on his head.
All right. You, I guess, like you race outward. You look at Master Sprague for a moment, and then you turn back in the direction the both of you are going. And suddenly you make me a reflex save really quick.
Okay, reflex save it is. That's a dex save, right?
Yes, make me a dex save.
I got a 19.
So you see it a moment before it happens. Lady Meredith Covington, one of the most elegant ladies, steps out in front of you, and before you can collide, you what do you
Skid
do?
to a halt, and I realize I'm not going to stop in time, and so instead I jump, flip, and land in a complete somersault on the other side of her, spinning and acting like it was planned all along, of course.
You take a moment and you bow after your spin. You see her. She fans herself and she falls right into Master Sprague's arms. You'll have to keep going. I'll see that Mistress Covington makes her way to someplace safe.
Yes. She has had. Just give her some tea and she'll be fine. I'll continue on then.
You continue to move. You race out, navigating the hallways of this mansion in a quick fashion, and you arrive at the doors that Lady Hoofsput and the other courtiers at court are arrayed behind. You skitter to a stop, and you array yourself.
Yes, of course. And I have my lute at my side and my bagpipes, which I am known for. None of the other Fae play bagpipes. Would you believe it? I'm the only one, which is where my piper comes from. And I'm ready to go.
As you set your hand against the lock, you hear thunder move across the horizon, and you look outside and you see a gathering of storm clouds. Some of the court astrologers have made claims that a great darkening storm would be making its way to your lands, well, to Fluffington Vale. But this seems so much closer. The motion that this darkness is moving at, it doesn't feel exactly like clouds. You can feel your stomach sink a bit.
Did everything go dark? Out the window?
I mean, the sunlight, it just seems to fade so quickly, and you feel a shadow move across you.
Well, that's certainly odd. And me without my umbrella. I'm going to rap at the door.
You rap at the door.
Yes, 'tis I, Sir Lancelot Longfoots, Piper. I was summoned.
The rabbit, please come in.
Of course. I made post haste when I heard, as I reached down and opened the door.
You open the door and you see a vast darkness on the other side of it. You can hear hissing from other directions and a set of white teeth. Oh, yes, you'll do.
I see you're busy. Perhaps I shall come back later. Yes, as I go to close the door.
I guess you turn around and it's like the door comes off of its hinges. The ground takes a moment and it's all of a sudden miles away. You look out in the faraway distance behind you, and it's like the hallway is now a distant speck on the horizon, and you're tumbling through this dark.
What the hell? What is this? I quickly hold on to my bagpipes. I can't possibly lose my instruments. My lute on my left, my bagpipe under my arm on my right, and I'm also managing to hold my hat on so it doesn't fly off. This is very important.
I guess, like, you grip your hat, you grip your bagpipes, and you drift downwards to the faraway ground. please, Kaylee, tell me what the world that Blossom is like, is from. Well, tell me what her world is like.
Blossom's world is called Helianthus. It's a world populated by little tribes of gnomish people. Gnome, I couldn't quite land on a race, but gnome in the sense of like, yeah, stout, short. She's probably on average. I think nobody is taller than like 5'2". Blossom is like 4'10". She's still pretty short, but like proportionally stout for their body. Maybe a couple of them are a little rotund in places, but nobody's slender or tall. And the world that she lives in it's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of where I am right now. Hills and valleys, but it's very colorful. Unlike Kiki's world, it's very colorful in a very rich way. The colors are very, like behind me, they're these like deep blues and oranges and purples and reds. And Blossom, like I said, it's like 4'10". She has very intricately braided hair. She lives with her tribe in a valley. It's the valley of Papaver, and the grasses there grow really tall, and they grow in different colors. So the grasses are like red and purple, and they probably come up to like her knees. She wears a really cool leather, it's like a leather tunic, but it's patchwork. So it's very clearly been like sewn together, each leather piece, and each leather piece is a different color. And she has a cloak that she wears over it that can go over her head, but usually is off and is kept together with like a little clasp in the corner. She wears tall boots that come up to like almost her knees that are tied up. And she walks along with her pet bear, Tuka, is her best friend and bear that she explores. She's very wild and free, and she likes to explore the hills of Papaver. That's her favorite thing to do. Find some blueberries. It's her favorite thing to eat. All of the blueberries, her and Tuka. That is what they like to do together.
So Tuka, he scratches his stomach a bunch and sniffs the air.
Mhm.
And he begins like loping along the ground towards one of the trees in the distance.
What is it, Tuka?
He looks lazily over at Blossom and then like looks back at one of the trees and like hooks one of his claws in the directions of the trees. And then he kind of gestures towards his mouth.
Let me up, please.
He moves over and he drops his shoulder so that Blossom can ascend Tuka's back.
Shall we?
Tuka begins to move in a loping run. And it's graceful really isn't the word, but it's fast. He certainly moves fast as he can manage in a sprint past trees. In the faraway distance, you can see the landscape painted in oranges and deep pinks, and you can feel the sunset warmth against your skin.
Mm. We live somewhere really beautiful, don't we?
Tuka lets out a grunt. He drops his butt and he kicks his feet out, and his whole body slides like in front of a bushel of tree full of berries. And then he moves over to the bushel of berries, and he just shoves his entire head into the bushel.
And Blossom's right behind him. Shoves her entire head into the bush beside her.
I guess you begin. So Blossom begins like eating these, I guess, like these sweet tuca berries, and as you move up, you see that there's a set of yellow eyes staring at you.
Ooh.
And
Hello.
black fur, like deep and dark, gray in patches, and a long claw begins to move down towards Tuka. Everything, well, Everything moves slow for a minute. What does Blossom do?
Blossom immediately goes for one of her axes.
All right.
She has
Uh,
two.
you rip the axe free, and the leather's still like hanging in the air as you whip the axe in the direction of this shadow cat, whatever it is, moving at Tuka.
Like that. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Sorry, I'm navigated away. Okay. We got 14.
14 hits, and as the axe impacts the shadow cat, it hits the ground, it turns around, it bounces. You move off of Tuka's back and you take a defensive position between the two of them. So what's Tuka like in a fight?
Tuka's tough. Tuka is
Okay.
not tough as a person, but Tuka's tough in this. Tuka's sweet and big and charming, but Tuka does not like when people get in the way of the people and things that she loves. She's fiercely protective. She
Okay.
has the beast within her, so if tempted, it's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. She will go full claw, full bite.
All right. Well, this shadow cat, it drops low and you can see a rivulet of blood like run down the side of its head. It looks starved, hungry,
I'm
and it
sorry.
begins to move around the two of you, trying to get to Tuka.
Why do you want my bear?
Its ribs are sunken, and it doesn't look like it's had food for days.
Can I try to feed it some? I want to try to feed it some blueberries. I'm just gonna put them in my hand and reach it out towards
You
the creature.
you go to grab the blueberries, and as you grab a bushel, you feel Tuka like slide into the bush, like drop, like they're going off a cliff.
Tuka, like they're disappearing?
Make me a strength check.
Dick. Oh, beauty shit. 6.
You you grab Tuka's arms and you can feel like yourself beginning to shift. You're so, I mean, you're angry. Tuka's falling into this bush, these these like berries surrounding him, and they begin to drop into this deep darkness inside of the bush. And you're getting angrier. It's like you can feel your hands beginning to shift and change shape.
No.
Like as this anger comes over you and you begin trying to fight, and you fight, and you the strength in your legs pushes against the dirt, and he slides into the bush.
No.
You can see him like move, and there's a sensation of fear that moves over the beast. You don't let go. The two of you slide into the darkness and then fall into a drift. As you as you move past this space, you turn around briefly for a moment, and you can see that beast, that shadow cat, like loom in what looks like a cliff in a world 1,000 miles away. And as you move deep, deep down, that anger, that rage that you have, um, you manage to push it down, and it's like your hands, they meet one another, and in that space, Tuka's falling and you're falling, but you're not falling together anymore. He drops away from you in the dark, and you fall into the darkness. Damien Lightbringer, what's the world like where you're from? You're on mute, Bob.
Damon, you're punit.
Yes. My world is the world of summer. I am very proud of of what I've accomplished over the years. Um, I am a member of the Iron Guard. I'm a knight of the Iron Guard. I am a soldier of Gideon Brightsaber's Sterling Guard, with your permission, if that's okay. I'm newly appointed there. So I'm very proud to wear the golden elven chain with the white tabard of the Iron Hammer. I'm very proud to wield a shield of the Sterling Guard with that crest of the radiant sun. I'm very proud to have earned my place as a keeper of the summer. And so I am very disturbed if these rumors are true, um, that something outside of the seasons, something outside of the turning of the seasons threatens um, threatens her lady's reign. And I am not cool with that. So I am very concerned about that. Um, I am very proud of the area of the world in which we live. I am extremely, um, what's the word? Like I said, I'm concerned about anything that threatens the reign of Queen Erin Fane, and I would do what I can to protect that from happening or prevent that from happening.
So you stand vigilant guard, one of the members of the Sterling Guard, and you look out over the daytime gardens, always bathed in warm summer light. And as you look out over the warm gardens, you can hear the sounds, the footfalls of someone making their way towards you, behind you. You peer quickly and you see Badger, one of the other members of the Order of the Iron Hammer. You see him adjusting his tabard and wiping a bunch of chocolate like off of his face.
Um, Visiting the chocolatery again, Badger.
What? No. That's what are you talking about? And where are you getting your
Yeah,
information from, Damien? I feel like
just
you're wrong.
making sure it's safe,
Yeah, I'm just
Badger.
making sure
Yeah.
like none of that area is poisoned or nothing. So, um,
Look, if you keep crushing on the baker without actually saying anything to her, my friend, then your armor is going to get too tight. And there's a reason why we call you Badger. And it's going to be for a different reason if you keep eating this chocolate and rooting around in places where you shouldn't, my friend.
he pops up onto the onto one of the ledges and puts his little badger paws in his lap and he looks out. I mean, it's important when we keep this place safe, but I mean, who's gonna threaten the rule of Fane, Queen
Uh,
Fane? I mean, she's like, I don't know, like the strongest barbarian queen of all of the courts in the City of Seasons.
she's invincible. That's true. But it is still our duty. We are the light. The light is within us. The light moves through us. The light surrounds us. The light protects us. We are the light.
I wish this light had looser belts and that my armor could be a little bit less tight around my midsection. Boy, two of you look out and you see Sorko next to Bruman. Uh Bruman I guess like moves to the side a bit.
Hmm.
Librega, we need you this way.
Very well, sir. I'm going to go ahead and like nonchalantly hand a water skin over to Badger, like as I'm turning, just so he can like wash away his face and wash the chocolate off of his whiskers, and then clean himself up a little bit more. And then I'll go see who am I going to see?
You're gonna see Sorko and Bruman,
Okay.
two
Yep. In
two
that
other
case,
members of the Sterling Guard.
mm,
You
good day to you, sirs.
so Sorko is, I mean, he's a short, like shortish fellow. He's got like a bit of a belly and a mohawk, like two tusks jutting from his lower jaw, and he's got his iron hammer like draped over one of his shoulders. Uh And Bruman is a tallish fellow. He's got like a hungry look to his eye, and he like gazes over at you. So, between you and me and the and everything else, uh uh Master Brightsun is quite worried about some of the things happening around the edges of court.
Based on the politics or something else?
There's rumor of the turn of season soon, and the Master of Crows is saying that this autumn is going to be a long one. I don't know if I can endure a felling of trees that lasts more than a year or two. Uh, I mean, I guess I'll take it over the cool of winter, but at least during winter, everyone gets to sleep and get comfortable. I mean, I'm not a big, I'm not a big fan of autumn where all the shadows get deep and all the crows start roosting about.
True, but it is the season of the harvest, and the food is better. However, I too am not a fan of the autumn, and in fact, I would not see the seasons turn yet. So if we can prevent this from happening, did Master Brightsun say anything that we could do about it?
Well, Gideon just says to remain vigilant. If if the turn is to happen, and if that's what the great calendar says, then there's nothing could be done about it. We just gotta go with it. Make me a perception check.
Sure. Um, I'm upset because when you start talking about the turn of the seasons, uh, yeah, I'm starting to think about the queen, and it's like that whole hero worship kind of thing. So I'm lost in my thoughts, and I got a 9. So
You so
I
you're
rolled a 4.
uh, you can feel your jaw tighten, and you take a minute. You know that with the fading summer and the court change, there'll be bloodshed.
Hmm.
And you take a moment to ready yourself and make a small plan so that you can keep the ones that you care about safe. And as you do that, well, you notice your fellows have gotten strides ahead of you. And as you move after them, you feel a set of wings on your shoulders, sort of shuffling you into an alleyway.
All right. Is it like wings that I would know from around the court or the courtyard, or is it something different?
The dark wings, the crow kind.
Oh, okay. So yeah, in that case, I'm going to shuffle over. But is this from the Master of Crows himself?
This is one of the crows of the court. You see their form heavy in black feathers. They've got a hood that's drawn up. Their long beak, like jutting from the front of it. Master Lightbringer, well, it's good to see you. I see that you've are staying busy in court.
I am trying to avoid the politics of the court, as difficult as that may be. Um, and how fares it with you and yours?
The Master of Crows sees us all well fed, as you well know. You are one of the vigilant ones, one of the strong ones. We had a gift that we'd like to give to you.
Is that so?
Something that would perhaps help you weather the coming change of seasons.
Summer is not over yet, Crow.
The crow reaches inside of its cloak and draws a leaf that's green, and as it hits the summer light, you see it turn red. It comes soon enough, guardsman, but you'll never see its turn. The crow moves forward to shoulder you, and you see it pull something. Something flashes in its offhand as it impacts you.
As in, like, he's going ahead and trying to ambush me right now. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, there's the turning of the seasons, and this is it, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
This is
okay, yeah. If I can, I'm absolutely going to try to shoulder him and blast him back if I can.
all right.
Um,
You
Initiative.
well, I mean, this is just going to be, I guess, like fast. Go ahead and make me a dexterity. Well, how does your character fight? What kind of weapon do they use?
I use, just so you know, I've got like almost a Bowie knife in my boot, and then I've
Okay.
got two daggers, one in the small of my waist, and then another one almost like Assassin's Creed style, right on the inside of my hand, just in case for tight quarters. But then there's the rapier with the basket hilt, the golden basket hilt. That's, like the white hilt that kind of draws everybody's attention. But in this case, I'm gonna go with um, I'm gonna go with the dagger to cut him um as I move.
All right. Make me an attack roll.
Actually, no, let's just do it. He's talking about the turning of the seasons, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw forth my radiant blade. So let me do that as a bonus action. And let's see. That did that go into did that work? Let's see. I didn't where is it? Let's try that. Oh, there we go. Ugh! 11. Never mind.
You draw forth your radiant blade, and it glows so brightly for a moment you're both blinded from it.
Yes.
As the blade flashes in front of the two of you, you take a step and then a second staggering step backwards. You feel the radiant blade connect with something, and the crow let out a scream, and as it does that, you're falling, tumbling,
Oh,
moving somewhere far away. And then there's darkness all around you, and you don't know why you can't feel the warmth of the city of seasons.
and where is the light? I was worried. The reason why I did the radiant blade is because I was worried about getting dogpiled in the shadows of an alleyway, and so I figured if I could, brighten up the area, it would possibly prevent that from happening. But you say I'm falling.
Well, you're
Is this
tumbling backwards, gripping the radiant blade.
okay? Is this in
Mer-
my mind, or am I like
no,
falling through
you're falling.
shadows?
Well, you're falling through worlds, and as you fall, Mercy, you make out what looks like a falling star in the faraway heavens moving towards you. As it continues to plummet, you see something heavy uh, impact the ground not very far away. Kiki, go ahead and make me an acrobatics or athletics check.
We'll go athletics.
All right.
That's gonna be a 17.
Nice. So, what does it look like when Kiki? Well, how does Kiki avoid taking any damage from this fall?
I think Kiki is rocking to the ground and just sees that ground coming faster and takes it as a challenge. So just balls up and just hits it as hard as she can, like hitting the ground back almost.
As Kiki impacts the ground, a bunch of rocks explode outward, and Mercy, there's this creature in front of you, covered in lights that you're not familiar with. What does Mercy do?
I think if it helps, I think Kiki climbs out of the crater and just goes.
Oh yeah, that helps. So I'm gonna immediately pull my crossbow out as soon as it starts screaming, and I'm gonna aim, and I'm gonna say halt, and look at Kiki's shirt and say halt, fuck beast.
Right? Kiki's gonna turn around and look at you and go, "What'd you call me? Because you're half right." And I think I'm gonna slowly. I think I'm not gonna halt. What's the ground like here?
It's uneven. Think almost like like deserty like rocks, not really sand, but like unbroken gray ground, or broken gray ground. That's
Okay.
uneven.
I'm gonna disengage my rollerblades and just like give both heels a tap, and the actual wheels are gonna like disintegrate, almost like pixelated, like chunks of wheel just kind of fade away. And I'll land back on. I lose about 2 inches. I'll land back on regular feet. I'm gonna start walking towards this strange figure.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I thought it was an invitation because you said "fuck beast" and like.
What is this thing? Boris says.
I don't even know where we are. Where are we?
I don't know.
Some of the stones that you dislodge when you impact the ground, they seem to hang in the air in places, rotating slowly, caught in their own gravity.
This isn't like anything I've ever seen before.
You're not like anything I've ever seen before.
I don't know what that means.
They're trying to make you lower your guard. You should keep careful aim at them.
Look, I'm just trying to make you
that.
lower your guard. So, like,
Oh, yeah, that's definitely gonna work.
I gotta try something. What are you pointing at me, and is it fun?
With that, you see something else flash behind you. It looks like a tuft of white fur. And Piper, go ahead and make me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Well, actually, we're gonna go with acrobatics. 24.
So what does that look? What does that look like? What does it look
Superhero
like?
landing.
I'm flipping through the air. I'm holding my hat. I've got a lute under this arm. I've got a bagpipe under this arm. And as I'm flipping downwards, at the last moment, I run really, 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 really fast in the air, slowing my descent, and superhero landing.
So you all see this rabbit with bagpipes like hit the ground in a superhero landing right near you.
I say, I don't suppose any of you chaps were the ones that summoned me to this mysterious realm.
Why does everything look like this, Mercy? What is that thing?
I don't even know. Where are we?
I don't even know where are I. Or where are you?
Yeah, but like,
where
where
are
am
any of us?
I?
I have
Well, you're right there,
Am
but I don't
though?
know where I am. I'm terribly sorry. How rude of me. I was thrown off my everything by whatever just sucked me through a hole of dark abyss. My name is Sir Lancelot Longfoot, but my friends call me Piper, and you are more than welcome to be my friends, if you are in fact friendly, which I hope you are.
You got
Yeah.
sucked down a dark abyss?
Yes, or doorway to hell. I opened a door that wasn't where it should have been, and I fell into a place that wasn't where I should have fallen, and here I am.
That's crazy because I like kicked down a door that should have been there, but on the other side of the door were a bunch of stars, so I just went with it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
start lowering my crossbow now. I
Uh,
also fell through a dark abyss.
Blossom, you hear voices that aren't very far away from you. How did Blossom stop their fall when they fell? You can roll athletics or acrobatics.
Definitely go athletics. Well,
So when you hit the ground, you lost yourself for a moment, just caught in this undeniable anger. And you moved and you ran. And when you finally came to, you could hear these voices. And Tuka was nowhere to be found.
Tuka,
Uh,
he runs towards the voices. She goes towards the voices.
as you run over, I guess like a hill of broken dirt, you get to the other side and you see these these three strange individuals arrayed with one another.
You have very pretty colors.
Oh
My name is Blossom.
Thank you so much. Hold on. There's like a lot happening right here. You, rabbit guy.
Yes, Piper, actually.
All right, cool. Two really important questions. One, are you soft? And two, can I pet you?
I am very soft, and I would not prefer to be pet by somebody I'm not familiar with. If it's all the same for you.
Sorry. My name is Kiki, short for Kiki.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Kiki. And I believe our new acquaintance was just mentioning their name, was it?
Blossom.
Mercy.
Oh, Mercy.
Excuse me.
No, Blossom.
No, you
Mercy.
first.
Mercy, Blossom, Mercy. Blossom goes and gives bear hugs to each person. She like comes and gives everyone Blossom.
I think Kiki.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, Kiki's gonna pick you up when you go to hug her and like spin you around a couple times and put you back down.
Blossom, Tuka. Have you seen a bear?
Have I seen a what?
A bear.
The fuck is a bear?
And with that, there's a flash of light. That form, that falling star that drifted from the sky moments ago, it hits the ground in front of all of you. Damien, please roll athletics or acrobatics.
I'm still of the opinion that I have somehow been attacked and they banished me. You know, they cast banishment, and so like they got me out of the fight, and there's a full-on assault. So when am I approaching the ground that I can see? And do I see any crows? Do I see anybody like wearing, I don't know, autumnal colors or anything like that?
So approaching the ground, you don't see anyone dressed like any of the members of the Court of Crows, but you do see that there is one of the, I guess, like one of the Herongon, one of the rabbit folk there. They could be members from the court, and other strange forms arrayed.
All right. Are they being aggressive towards one another, or like is this like an ambush? Am I falling into the middle of a trap, or?
I mean, you're drifting down quickly, and as you move to the ground, go ahead and make me this check, and then you'll be able to assess the situation.
All right. I rolled 21 on my acrobatics check. Not quite like a 24, but 21. So
that still earns it. What's it look like? What does everyone see when you hit the ground?
In that case, they're going to see me hit the ground in a combat roll. So like as it comes down, it's almost like that paratrooper landing where you hit the ground and you stop, drop, and roll, so that way you can roll right up and pop up and hit the ground running. So I'm hitting the ground with a roll, and then I'm making sure that none of them are surrounding me, and that I've got my blade in between me and them, so that way I can, if I need to step away, then I can. But otherwise, I'm keeping them at, let's say 15 feet apart or 15 feet away from me, and I'm trying to see who's in charge here.
I say, this new one's actually glowing.
Is that a bear?
That's not a bear. Do you not have animals where you come from?
So, where are the crows?
The crows.
The fuck's a crow?
You truly don't have animals where you come from?
Of course we have animals where I come from.
Rabbits.
You look fine, courtier.
Were you talking to me or were you talking to him?
Well, right, in this case, I'm speaking to the one with the instrument. But you, harlot? Or?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Very well.
I'll take it. That's like the least bad thing I've been called today.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, you could totally call me fuck beast if you want. That seems to be a new thing I'm rocking, so.
What is this thing they keep referring to as fuck beast?
This one, Kiki, I don't suppose, do you come from a land devoid of anything other than humans?
No, we got like rabbits, we got pigeons, and we got cats, and we got rats, and we got a lot of roaches, and we got some dogs, but like they're designer dogs. Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
what season is it where you're from?
Tuesday?
Also, I'm
season.
gonna slowly
be
reach
summer.
out and just pinch whatever the closest thing is clothing wise of Kiki's, and I'm assuming it's the fanny pack just to see.
Is
All
that
right,
their
so
armor? What is that?
I don't know. I don't even know. I've never
think-
seen such colors.
Kiki's just gonna slowly turn to you and go, "Oh my god, hi," as you're like reaching over.
so the brownie is still a brownie, right? The brownie looks like a brownie or a gnome or a little person of the Shire, a hobbit. I'm looking at
Oh,
yes, I'm looking at the woodland, the nature, the nature female, a hobbit, a brownie.
gnomish green skin, very light green skin.
Ah, so again from the summer. Okay, so not entirely bad, but what of the others?
The name is
What-
Blossom,
Yeah,
and that's
Blossom.
Kiki.
Kiki. Like Blossom is like a
Blossom.
fucking flower. Kiki is a fuck beast, and this is Mercy, which is the best
Mercy.
name I've ever fucking heard because she clearly looks like she's got none.
Thank you. I like
Mercy.
that.
You're
And-
so welcome.
Who might you be, bringer of lighted weapons?
I am Damon Lightbringer of the Court of Eternal Summer.
Is that
I
like
had
one
just
of the
been
food
threatened.
courts over on like the northwest side?
Food
I think he
courts.
means imperial or royal, possibly.
What is a summer?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, I'm a little
Summer.
confused. Yeah, I know
Um,
like 6 summers. One of them's a bitch.
Summer, you know.
no.
It's warm outside,
be-
extra hot.
This would be the court of the Queen of Summer. I
That
am a
sounds
member
made
of
up.
the
What
Iron
is
Hammer.
that?
You've not heard of the Sterling Guard? I'm looking
No.
at Blossom. The
Newtown.
turning of the seasons. Perhaps you've heard of the. Um, hmm. You've not heard of the Queen.
You guys can hear the sound of trudging.
I know a
Like-
queen.
I know a person named Queen.
It's
No,
the
Queen Arid Fane.
a metal rattling that's not very far off. Past one of the hills of dirt, you see a form clad in armor that's beaten and battered. The individual's like nearly dragging a great sword and moving in the direction of all of you.
Having fought battles. All right. So I will lower my radiant blade from threatening these people, but I'll just kind of keep it at my side and look to this being coming forward. Is he a crow? Is he a member of any of the Autumn Court? What are his
I don't-
colors?
I don't think he resembles a crow, but he does resemble someone who may be half dead the way he's walking.
He gets to the edge of the clearing. Are any of you going to hide? Or are you all going to remain? Would you all like to hide? What would you guys like to do?
I don't
I want
hide.
to walk forward. I want to walk forward and say, "Hello, I am Blossom. Have you seen my bear?"
Oh, you're all alive.
I hop next to her.
Very well then. Hail everyone. My name's Parsifal Sado, and I'm here to bring you to the Golden Ori. It's all kind of a lot. You are all in the sieve. This is the sieve. That is the sieve, and that is the sieve. I'm certain that my master galleons will be able to give you an appropriate explanation for everything that's happening.
Has your master summoned us here then from our homes?
It's much more tragic than that. Please follow me.
Tragedy,
Fascinating.
you say?
What a sad creature.
Hmm.
Perhaps he could use a song.
I love songs.
He could use a song. Would you like to make me some kind of check to play a musical instrument?
Yes, I would like to make a performance check
Yes. I love performance
for
checks.
my bagpipes. A 20.
All right. Well, I guess what kind of song does Master was Sir Longfoot play?
It starts out a little dirgy, but then it gets a little more upbeat as we kind of pad behind him. Like, so you summoned us here without a clue. We've dropped right down. What are we to do? Follow you now, but to where we go? Find your master. Shall we go?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna point
get
my
inspiration.
crossbow
You get
at him.
inspiration for that. Well
No.
done. Oh,
Thank you.
goodness.
I
That
will
was
sheathe the radiant blade. I am quite impressed and surprised myself.
the,
I'm like,
the
there really was no fight, no threat, no battle.
Sir
You,
Sir Parsifal, he turns. Well, I suppose I am being a bit on the dour side. I mean, it could have gone differently. You all could have died when you hit the ground. That happens to a good number of individuals. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Please feel free to ask while we trudge in a direction.
Wait, I'm gonna look at Mercy. How do you do that with your everything?
I have no idea, but I need to know what this is, and I just keep shaking the fanny pack.
What is this
I
thing
mean,
this creature has? Boris
This
says.
and this and this and this, and I
okay,
just keep
so
pointing at random colors.
I don't know. That is pink. That is purple. That is yellow. That is blue. That is red. That is my nose. That's lower, but sure. I'll take off my fanny pack and just hand it.
Do they have
Wanna, like,
feeling?
look at. Do I have feeling?
Do
I have
they have feeling?
colors? Fuck yeah.
Blossom
Like,
crosses over and like takes the zipper on it. Zip, zip, zip.
Yeah.
Zip,
feel
does that
free, have
hurt
fun.
it? Are you
Zip.
hurting it?
I don't know. I like to
It's
think
just
that
so
it,
much fun.
you can play with it for a little bit. I like to think that it likes it. But more importantly, where are all your colors?
Mine?
I
Not
I-
you.
I
Oh,
guess
she's like,
This one.
I guess we don't have colors where I'm from. We're all from different places, right?
Parsifal says,
sure.
that's a valid question. I suppose I'll field that. Yes, you're all from different realms. Look,
All
if
right.
you look up at the sky, all of the twinkling lights, and you all look up, and as you raise your eyes skyward, you see a number of lights. A more empty sky than you imagine seeing when you looked up, or if you could see the sky in your home realm.
Mhm.
It is so much more beautiful.
So
Wow.
that's what sky looks like.
Tad empty, if you ask me.
Yes.
Speaking of,
Well, I'll go ahead. I apologize. I have a tendency to interrupt.
no, not at all. Blossom, was it? Didn't you say you were searching for someone?
Tuka, my bear.
Tuka.
We
bear.
got pulled into the
What is-
blueberry bush.
What does this bear look like?
He's beautiful and big and brown and very hairy. Teeth need to be cleaned. Large.
Mm.
Well, he may be at the Ori already. Please, come along. We'll move.
Let's
We'll
go.
move quickly.
Okay,
As
so
you
keep going. You're good.
as you make your way into the I guess like into the faraway distance becomes the less faraway distance, and you see what looks like a great projected telescope into the air, grand and gold with a number of gears. It rotates, and those gears and that lens traverse the sky, and they go from one end of the sky to the other one.
Wow.
As you move towards a landing, you see a collection of brass steps, all like delicately, I guess, like carved, leading up to a kind of, the kind of door you imagine seeing on a submarine of some kind, but done in brass and gold. And the door is open, and you see a fellow with gray hair sort of step out. Oh shit. Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Yobred Galleons, and I have to say I am I am sorry. You are in a bit of a predicament.
When am I not?
A predicament? How so? I'm looking around. Is this season coming to an end here? I'm looking
Uh,
at traces of. I mean, is it summer? Is it autumn? What does it look like
you
around here?
must be from a world with seasons then. Yes. So you're all from the realms above. That place that you look up of in the sky where the stars are hung, that's known as the Vastral. It's it's the sea where the realms are, and we are all at the very bottom of a great swirling vortex. Um,
Hence why it's called the sieve. We're all like collected silt at the bottom of the bullshit.
Yeah,
That's quite
yes, yes,
philosophical,
exactly.
actually.
Well, you're not bullshit. You people,
I
and you've
mean,
Are we the
he's a
poop?
rabbit.
I
no.
am a Harrington, sir.
I apologize. He is what?
A
So,
Harrington.
Harrington.
so if you've arrived here, then there's a good chance that the place that you've come from has been damaged, has been injured by the fray.
The
The
fray.
fray.
The fray.
What is this fray?
Our
It,
homes?
yes, your realms. The fray is it's a splitting of worlds. Think of it as layers of cloth being ripped into separate directions. Uh, and some worlds don't survive this awful tearing.
Hmm.
Uh, Parts of it that are torn by the fray are brought down here, and well, I myself and Sir Parsifal Sado, we collect the pieces, the folks left here, and we investigate. We try to find out why this is happening to our realms, why our homes, why the ones that we love, why they vanish.
Did my home truly vanish, or was it myself who vanished from my home when I fell through the magical expanse that opened when I attempted to enter a room?
That is something we must interrogate directly. Please come inside, all of you. We must make our way into the Ori and find out this information. It's crucial that we know whether or not your realm is, or if your home still exists.
Yeah, bring the room
I-
down.
Would certainly hope so. But yes, if you have the ability to check on this, I do suppose we should find out.
Yes.
I'm sort of indifferent, really.
Do you not miss your home?
I mean, my
Do
home's
you not
pretty
care for it?
boss, but like, there's a lot of people there that fucking suck.
Oh,
Oh,
everyone is very nice where I'm from.
My home was
That
like
is
that,
right.
Parsifal says as he points to himself. I rather
five.
liked being here. He kind of weakly he kind of like touches your hand and then drifts downward.
He gets it.
I
How about you, Mercy? What's your home like?
It's not anything like this. What are seasons?
I know, right? What the fuck is that?
And the leaves, they fall and blossom flowers like me. They blossom
and
spring.
death,
No.
the war of the seasons. We do what we can to protect and prevent the seasons from turning. We try to maintain the eternal summer, but again,
Oh, summer
there
is
are
too hot to be
cycles.
eternal.
Hot
Yes,
summer.
but the changing of the cycles always signals war and conflict. So we do what we can to prevent that from happening. Unfortunately, I came here because I was ambushed, possibly during this turning. So I do have concerns.
so
Dr.
you
Galleons. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. The Ori, the great scope. We'll look upon it. We'll see what your all worlds, what they look like. If they're still if they still are the way they are, or if they've been diminished. Yes. Yes. Quickly this way. And you make your way deeper into the Grand Orrery.
Can I
Now,
skate?
yeah, you can. You totally
Okay,
can.
cool. I'll, yeah.
You skate. We are at an hour, so I'm not gonna keep you guys. I just want to get you guys in some role play and get you to this spot. So we'll call it there if that's okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
going in
That works.
to the Ori.
Yes, you got us all together, and we got a chance to see where each other comes from, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Let me